Welcome to part 3 of animating a bouncing ball with Adobe Animate. We'll continue on from where we left off last time. We're not going to get too fussy at this stage. Another one, function F6 or F6 on the keyboard. Drag it again, and if I drag my onion skinning back, you can see it going across all 3 frames. I'll go back to this frame. I might put that just across using my arrows and down. And you can use the arrows to move an object quite easily. Once more, function F6, and drag my ball down to the next spot. Now you'll notice that the ball's starting to stretch about this frame. You can see that I haven't quite got that right. So I need to change the shape of that ball. Well, to do that, I'll make sure that I'm in that frame. I'm going to click on the ball and choose the tree transform tool, which is Q. When I choose Q, I get these familiar types of shapes. You've seen them before in lots of different things, Photoshop and so forth. Now, if you hover over each end, you can stretch it that way, you can stretch it that way, you can do all sorts of things. The first thing I want to do, though, is turn it around, because I want to align those top and bottom squares with the line of fall. And then I can stretch my ball out of fraction, and if I really want to go in and just a fraction in, so retaining the volume of the ball. So let's see if that looks okay. It looks pretty good to me. Well, let's find out what happens when we onion skin it. Function F6 to create a new screen, new keyframe I should say. Drag this one down, and look, you can see on the keyframe behind from the onion skinning how close that was aligned to the shape of the ball. Now we've got another problem. We have to do the same thing again. This time, again, I'm going to use my rotational tool, which is on the outside edge, just to turn it around so it matches the 4 lines. Drag it, extend it a little bit, drag it in a little bit, perhaps extend it a fraction more. Well, that's a bit close. I'm not sort of getting there, but it's not too bad. And maybe just turn it around a fraction and move it across a little bit. I'm doing a bit fussy, a bit picky here. And there is that one. Let's do the next frame. Click on the keyframe, function F6 to create another one. This time I'm going to go down to the bottom there. I'm just going to turn it around because it's going to just be fairly similar. Perhaps a bit more squashed if we want it to be a bit particular. And down a bit and just back a little bit and so forth. So now let's see what we've got so far. I just want to see what happens when we play this. To play it within the actual canvas, I'm going to hit enter, hit return. Let's start again. There it is. You can see it going now. It can place right to the end of the animation, but the first few frames are working. We can also, if we want to, drag our playhead and drag our playhead along. We'll turn off the onion skinning for a fraction. Drag our playhead and see what happens. And there it is there. I'll turn the onion skinning back on. And by dragging the onion skin, you can see how closely we've got. You can see that last one down the bottom there. That's not quite flattened enough, so I might just flatten that a little bit more and just put it down a little bit and see what that looks like. That's better. So there's a range of techniques. So what we've introduced you to today, and I'll let you continue on and finish this animation in your own time, just by continuing in those steps. Click on the keyframe, function F6, repeat it, resize it, move it, resize it, and so forth as you continue through the animation. So what we've covered off today is a range of different things. We've had a look at our library here, up the top here, you can see you've got a background and a ball, which can be reused as many times as you like. You've looked at converting an object, whether it be an image or a drawn image from the palette, converting that to a symbol, which is then placed in the library. We've looked at creating keyframes, and we've also looked at creating normal frames, which are not keyframes, like we did in layer 1. We've looked at creating layers, locking layers, and also deleting frames from within layers. So there's a range of things we've covered off just by doing this today.